What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Bonus Level here on Level 1 Gaming. My name's Matt, and I'll be your host for this Wild Rides event. I'm joined again by one of the biggest, baddest dudes in all of gaming, who is singing away for us right now. Baron J67, what's good, dude?
You know what? It's bright and early.
So early.
Yeah, and it's cool. I left the window open, so I almost froze my family away. But we didn't. We're here. It's funny because I'm in Southern California, so it wasn't even cold on the scale of cold. It was just cool. Like if it would have rained, it might have kind of turned into a flurry. But yeah, I know. Dude, do you know I'll wear a hoodie at 70 degrees? We're speaking in freedom units. I know you guys measure in the world units. We're talking about freedom units.
Freedom units. Okay, let me tell you this much right now, okay? I did not put my winter tires on my car just yet because I wasn't anticipating snow. And let me tell you, it snowed this week for the first time. Okay, we got some snow down. Not the biggest deal. We're good.
Yeah.
Can roll without him, but I'm gonna get him on ASAP. Right now, the temperature outside is 28 freedom units.
Yeah, see,
and this is still nice.
This is a crazy thing, right? The coldest I hit this week was 38 freedom units.
Okay.
And that's literally, it was like a maybe like 3 miles of road where there's like there's open farms and there's like water like out in that way, so that, and then it like dips down, so it's like a little mini valley, so it just cools right there. But then it jumped back up to like 43, like 43, and then it just creeps. I think as soon as the sun crests over the mountains, it hits like,
that was so poetically
60.
said. That was so poetically said. Nicely done, dude. But on this week's episode of Bonus Level, we're gonna hang out. We're gonna be talking about the awesome Subathon that is going on tomorrow. The day that this episode goes up, we'll have a 12-hour Subathon here on LV1 Gaming in partnership with Burnout Brighter. We're going to have 12 hours of gaming, of hangouts, of giveaways, of stuff happening left, right, and center. So, Baron, let's start with that because we're stoked. We're hyped. How are you feeling about the Subathon? Let's get into it.
I'm nervous as heck because I didn't finish my shtick, my thing that's supposed to be like, Baron, this is your thing for your time period, and I'm working on it, and I'm trying to make it to where it'll be entertaining, and you guys can like scare the crap out of me because I'm gonna be so focused on the game, and then all of a sudden something's gonna happen, and I'm like, and I'm just trying to make it to where it's gonna be interactive, entertaining. But overall, what I'm so excited about is just the fact that it's the team together. Everybody's going to be working and playing different games. And then the fact that Freedom Games is partnered with us. And I'm just super excited about that because, for one, I've always felt Freedom Games is well on its way to be the next like indie AA big time developer, up there with the Devolvers, up there.
Yep.
And like,
bro, remember last year we talked about this around E3 because we we signed up for E3, we covered it across Burnout and Level 1, and like, Freedom Games was one of the only companies that was like actively involved, reaching out to people, bringing us on, letting us talk to devs. They've been sick, and you can just see the trajectory, the catalog of games that they have already. Wild.
Yeah, and that's why, and I'm so glad that they're actually sponsoring the event. Any Freedom Games that any game that was published by Freedom Games, say that. They provided us all the codes, like, and that's absolutely awesome. And then we of course got the giveaways, and I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I'm more excited to watch Fame, him and his entertainment wheels that he's planning. Spoiler alert.
Alert.
But yeah, I'm excited to mess with him. I think that's gonna be the highlight of my day. I usually go out of my way to mess with the leader of Level 1 Gaming.
As one should.
I consider myself a habitual line stepper. And I'm consistently looking for ways for him to write me up or fire me. And I try my best. And I think it's just so I can know what that line is and then be like, you know what, guys, let's not cross that. So
Time
then
to push it
everything else.
again.
Yes, absolutely. Like, but no, did oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all good, dude.
Yeah. So my
See, the thing
why
is, it's like I know we're gonna mess with Fame, and especially because
oh
Fame
yeah.
is kicking things off, right? We're gonna have Fame up at 9 a.m.
Yep.
CST. He's gonna run
Yep.
till 11, right? We know he's gonna be playing some Koromon, like you mentioned. There may be some fun little wheels going on and stuff. He's going to start things off in a big way, and I'm stoked, dude.
Dude, and it's so awesome, man. We got you guys from Burnout Brighter and bonus level. We have Fame, we have Hugger. I believe Snips might be making another appearance. I don't think he's doing any. I don't. I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong. Don't listen to me. I wish Snips was there because I would definitely pay a good amount of money and figure out a way to get him to eat some more of those Ghost Pepper Reaper chips. But no, dude, subathons are so much fun.
You know, this is gonna be my first one, so I'm excited to get into it and see how it goes down.
Dude, it's just so much like chaos. And then what trips you out is you'll see some people who will be there from beginning to end. Like you'll get some viewers who'll show up and they'll just the whole time just be in there. And it's like, dude, you'll go and take a break, come back after an hour and be like, you're still here. And it just really shows a lot of the folks who are seriously invested in level one.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for me, I'm excited to play the update for Sands of Aura because all I'm gonna say is that whole take your time, make sure it's right. Devs released the game. Released the game. I know it's early access. I get it. I know you're doing what you can, and I know what you're doing what you're supposed to, and I know you're doing the right thing.
But you just want it.
I just want the game.
You just want the game.
Like
I get
I
it,
just want.
and it's
I
it's a
just want the
pretty
game.
game. It's a pretty cool game.
It is so much fun. And then it looks like Tim Burton, Diablo, and Dark Souls had a love fest.
That is actually
And
the perfect way to describe it.
that is the game. And then they just like birthed Sands of Aura. And I just like, God, I want it so bad.
Dude, for real. I'm excited. I'm going to be playing Terracotta, which is a new game that just came out with Freedom, and it's apparently it looks like it reminded me of like Titan Souls meets like ancient Chinese mythology, like with
Yes.
puzzles. It's funny. Like I was talking to Destiny, she's like, "What games do you want to play?" I'm like, "I'm going to play Terracotta." She's like, "That sounds good. Let me also hook you up with Anucard because you're not big on puzzles, and this is a heavy puzzle game." And I'm just like, "That sounds like a great idea." So I'm going to be checking out Terracotta and Anucard or Anuchard. I can't remember
No,
how to pronounce it, which is
I
like,
don't know how to pronounce it.
bro, that game looks sick, and it's by such a small team. I think they're from Indonesia, and they're just making an
Ooh.
awesome looking game that like you basically have like a giant bell as a weapon, and it's like an old school 2D Zelda-esque game. Unreal. Can't wait to check both of them
Yes.
out, bro. It's gonna be sick.
I know, and I just for all of those who are already subscribed,
Mm-hmm.
thank you so much. It's not only is it because it's a number, and we know numbers matter in this space, but just the fact that we got so many people who interact with us, and I know we're not at that point yet where it's like hundreds or even 1,000 plus folks sitting there watching us live, and I know that, but just the idea that you'll have anywhere from 20 to 40 people. I was like, could you imagine 20 to 40 people live sitting in front of you, listening to you talk?
Seriously.
Like,
And that's the thing. It's like, yeah, the numbers are important, but I think what's so
yes,
special about level one gaming is the community. It's the,
yes,
people turn up, people are here to support, people are here to uplift one another. The numbers are fantastic, but it's just also like the quality of the numbers. We have such
yes.
an amazing group of people here who hang out and who give us feedback and who laugh with us and who cry with us, that it's just the community is unreal, and like we're forever grateful for anyone who stops by and hangs around. For whether you're in the subathon for 5 minutes or for 12 hours, you are appreciated so much.
Yeah, dude, 1,000%. And I'm grateful. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's the like I trip out because Twitter is acting like it's on its way out the door.
Bro.
Current event, but I feel like we need like crazy silly transitions. But the problem is I'm never on. Yeah, like I'm never on topic, and I'm always like jumping subjects in a
Jump,
heartbeat
dude.
with yeah, and it's bad. It's not bad. It doesn't help because I would need to have a hotkey for every dang thing. But yeah, here's my current events. But no, so I would have never met anyone from level 1 if not for Twitter.
Yep.
I wouldn't have met you because I found out about Gig through Twitter.
Me too, dude. I found Midas through
Yep,
Twitter, who
through
introduced me
Twitter.
to Gig. Like
Yep.
it's wild because it's just like it may not die today, it may not
Yeah,
disappear
yeah, yeah.
overnight, like whatever, but like it is fundamentally going to change over
Yeah.
time. It just will. And it's like you said, the work that we do, especially, so much of it is hinged on networking, finding guests, finding cool people, learning about new cool games. So much of that comes through that platform. And it's just, I don't know if like I laughed at your tweet that you were like, what other app am I going to open and close like a refrigerator? And bro, that's so true. I'll close Twitter, put down my phone and open Twitter on my computer and just be like,
Yeah. Yeah. I'll close a tab and then open another tab and re-click Twitter because Twitter is one of my hotkeys or whatever on Chrome,
mm,
and I just it's nuts because the news,
yep.
like I can't imagine getting news to this level from any other platform at this point. Not
Nope.
to the way that we consume it, and not like how would you even get it out fast? You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
no site, no other place that I know of outside of what people are trying to make. Like you got co-hosts, you have seeing like the mastodons and whatnot, but
Mm-hmm.
then you got to make sure you're in the right server.
Yep.
And like I created a Mastodon account and I wasn't in the right server. And then all of a sudden everybody was in one server. So I didn't know you could transfer your account. So I ended up creating a new one. I didn't understand how integral Twitter was, and I'm bothered that somebody had enough money to come and mess with it.
Especially for no
No,
justifiable reason. Like I still really think that the hard drive set him off. And then after what went down with the hard drive, which was hilarious by the way, I'm so glad that they went at him.
wait, what did
Um,
they do?
they sent out like it was a tweet or an article that was like basically making fun of him, and
Oh,
he went after them. Like he was like memeing them on Twitter and stuff, and they were like, "We're a small video game like jokes company, like like we're an establishment that's meant to be satirical and funny, and we just pissed off Elon Musk." And then ever since there, I feel like he's just been on this massive tirade on Twitter that eventually led to where we are now because he's a giant man child.
yeah, and it's so wild that somebody has the capability to spend that much money and alter. Like my very first thought was, where am I going to find my pixel art? Where am I going to find my random indie turn-based RPG?
Mm-hmm.
Because they literally have pixel art days, like artist profile days, and then every Thursday, somebody I forgot the organization's name. They started up turn-based Thursdays, and every Thursday, all day, it's just tactical turn-based games, like from
Yep.
across the industry, from across the world, and there's just no. It's so trippy that if and once again, you're right. Honestly, Twitter's probably I feel like by me saying this is going to disappear, but I feel like Twitter's not, like you said, Twitter's not going to completely disappear. But I don't want another Instagram. I don't want another. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? It
There was
just
something about the flow of information with Twitter, like even like getting on the spot reporting from established journalists the world over, learning about stuff that
yeah,
like would have never crossed any other timeline in any other platform, you would you could find it, be like, what is this? Learn as things are happening, and then be able to communicate with others. How many of the massive world events did you learn about, or were you keeping up with, from the minute to minute tweets and coverage
Yeah.
on Twitter? How many creators were you able to network with? How many big guests that you were like, I would love to talk to this person, were you able to secure through that platform? Like, it fundamentally, whether it's a slow death, whether it's overnight, whether it doesn't die at all, but people bail because of what's happening, it will fundamentally change the way that we interact with the communities, we interact with our spaces. Now, there's nothing else like it right now, and for the not for the lack of trying,
Yeah.
but like it does make me nervous on how things will continue to fall out over the next little while, and how this will change the way that we work, because it will.
Now, I'll say this. Let's look at the other end. There's a
Mm-hmm.
small part of me that hopes there's like um a gaming space ecosystem like reset. Um, I I feel like if it does completely go away, I think it's gonna open the door for smaller creators.
It
For
might.
I feel like it'll open the door for smaller creators who are, for the most part, have a solid base.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think of us. I think of Bob. I think of Level One. And I know that's, of course, like, duh, you're part of it, but no, it's because of the groundwork, the
Mm-hmm.
website, the YouTube channel, the articles, the interviews, the we're embedded within the space, and now we will have our opportunity to get the shine. Now that's me trying to look, the glasses half full.
Positively. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Try to, but I do understand that it would, at every level of content creation, like it would. I feel bad for the artist. I truly, I truly feel bad for the artist. Like that's who I worry about most. I've bought art. I've bought beadwork. I've bought prints.
Dude, we did commissions through art that came across on Twitter, because again, I was like, oh, this is sick. Pop over to the
Yeah,
person's profile, DM them, got stuff made,
yeah,
because again, just happenstance of similar, themes, similar likes, whatever. It came across my timeline.
yeah,
I'm like, that's sick. Let's look into it.
yeah. And it's such a trip. And the fact that one person had enough money,
To
like
burn, dude. Enough money to burn,
yeah.
because that is essentially what's happening now.
And what's even scarier is it's probably all going to be a write off if he really does go the whole bankruptcy route. But besides that point,
Yep.
Pokemon's coming out today, right?
Bro,
I'm not
it
gonna
is
play
coming
it.
out today.
I'm not gonna play it. I just wanted to wear the shirt so I can be cool. Um,
It's a sick shirt,
I
though.
they right
It's a
nerd.
dope
I
shirt.
think this was Nerd Block back before like they realized they were giving out way too much good stuff and they couldn't afford to keep up with it. Dude, I used to love Nerd Block. I
I'd never heard of them.
love. Okay,
Look into it.
so Nerd Block was like Loot Crate but better.
I got
And
you. I got
it
you.
it was just so much better. It always came with a shirt. They went up. They had up to 4X in the big boy sizes, and it was absolutely perfection. They gave so much good stuff, but it was obviously like they couldn't keep up. Like
I got you.
yeah,
I
it
got you.
was way too much dope stuff. I wish they would have went to a more hey, we only have so many boxes.
Like Yeti, dude. Like the Yeti has their like daily shirts that you can pick up. Again, like if they
Uh-huh.
kind of specialize a little bit more, but I get you. But like you said, Pokemon's coming out,
Yes.
and we've seen the reviews. I think we've seen the clips again going
Yeah.
around on Twitter.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Like
I
everything's popping up.
I and it's wild. I can't remember the last time we've seen a game come out with this performance, because a lot of the people that I'm talking to, a lot of people that I'm following, do
Cyberpunk.
say it probably would have been the last time.
Yeah.
Legit, that like we had a game that looks this janky and broken out the gate, because like, and that's what sucks. People are saying it is fun, it is cool, that there is stuff there to really like, but bro, can you imagine if this was PlayStation first party, if this was Xbox first party, Nintendo gets this pass that like this thing will still go on to sell 15 to 20 million copies. And again,
Easy.
I'm a hypocrite here because I'm still probably going to end up buying it because I love those games and I'm a sucker for it. But like, wow.
You know what? I don't know what made me lose my joy for Pokemon. No, you know what made me lose my joy is I started min-maxing.
That'll do it.
It ruined the game for me. I went full strategy, and like I would use Pokemon I didn't even like just because their build was perfection, and it turned like I realized I should have done like those Nuzlocke challenges.
Yeah.
That would have been the only real way for me to get back into it and actually enjoy it. But then also it felt way too hands-on. Like hand-holdy.
Yeah.
I think Pokemon Black and White were the last ones I like enjoyed. From then on, I bought I think I played Sun and Moon. And those was that the islands, the lower region?
Yeah, so I thought Sun and Moon were all right. I enjoyed those fine.
I was like, what is that? Oh my god, is that an arrow? Like there was an arrow on the video. I was like, what is this?
Yeah. And then like Sword and Shield were whatever. And then
Gun and holster.
Seriously,
the American version. No,
and then like I think Arceus was really cool. I think that was a step in the right direction, and I feel like there's a foundation here that can be built on. It's just whether they're going to actually do it or not.
No, and like I'm afraid to get Arceus. It's funny, even though Arceus is for the most part it's a standalone, right? Like that's not okay. For that reason, I'm afraid to get it because I feel like I'm gonna like invest all this time and it's not gonna matter other than my enjoyment. Okay, let me get this. Let me put this out there because I know
you just said min maxing ruined it for you, and now you're saying if I don't min max it, I'm gonna not enjoy it, bro. Pick a lane.
I know. It's that weird line because okay, prime example.
Yeah,
I usually like my shooters to have things to unlock.
Okay.
But I will play the living crap out of Overwatch 2 with no hesitation. If something's good enough for me to just purely enjoy, which is kind of rare, especially now that we do what we do, a lot of things slowly become work. But to find a game that just is pure joy, I don't know if I could get that back with Pokemon, and I'm hoping to see something that brings that. Arceus or Arceus, I don't know how to say it. It looked like it was gonna be that because it wasn't just hey, let's completely revamp the game, but let's add in mechanics and give a deeper like let's add things to make something that's already a solid base. You know you want to go collect the monsters. Let's make it more intricate. Let's make it more enjoyable. Let's add more variety. I don't know. I guess it just needs to add crafting.
Well, Arceus does have crafting.
Yes, but is there crafting in this one?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, honestly, off the top of my head. The thing is, it's like I feel like it's going to be one of those things that like you'll pick it up and then it'll click or it won't. And then you'll be either back in or you're going to be like, nah, I'm still good. The problem is that you're going to have to spend like the full price tag to do it because Lord knows these games do not go on sale often. And if they do, it's not much.
Not much. Here's a $2 off.
Pokemon
Tax Day. Yeah, like love it. Or I hate how the game will go up in value. Like I remember I bought I forgot which one I bought and it was dang near $50 and it was old as dirt. And I still think Pokemon Silver, Gold and Silver are the best ones. But we're not
Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I'm with you.
Dude, and people argue with me. Everything you love about Pokemon now stemmed from that. Mm-hmm, your types, your hatching, your animal husbandry, all of this came.
I'm telling you, like How sick was it? You finish the Johto Elite Four,
And then you get to
and
go
then,
to
and then they throw you to Kanto. They're like, you know what? It's not over.
It's
Go face
not
those gym
done.
leaders. Go do it. Go back to where you started
It's
and
not
rip
done.
again. Dude, come
How do
on.
people argue? And I'm like, shame on you. Because everything you love about the game now was birthed in that one.
Mm-hmm.
I just dropping a ditto off and abusing it. Well, at least the place abused it so that you can get another version of everything you wanted. Like it just that game was and you know what?
What?
It was the Skyrim of Pokemon. It was the Skyrim of Pokemon. It just felt like you could do any and everything.
It
And
was
all
amazing, dude. And then like I remember like I was in high school when Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out, and like me and my best friend got those little Poke Walkers, tossed our Pokemon, and we were walking around like with the thing on our thing, counting those steps, getting those walks on. You know that shit was amazing. It was so much fun,
man, I just
bro.
but I just you know what is cool though, right?
What?
I'm 31. I have 3 kids, and within 30 days of each other, there's a brand new Sonic game and a Pokemon game.
Yep.
And it's a trip that my kids actually care about these things in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's just they heard somebody has it, or like my kids actively watch Sonic. All of this, they're looking forward to like
Sonic Prime.
Sonic Prime. They're looking forward to Sonic Prime. They've been watching the Sonic with the handkerchief, the Sonic. They've been watching all the different Sonics, and it's so funny. I mean, Ninja Turtles, like it is like I was, and then they look at me like I'm weird. Like, Dad, what do you know about that? And I'm like, first off, whoa, child,
Sit down.
sit down, young person. These things were around when I was a child. Like,
They were mine before they
yeah,
were yours.
yeah, like don't do this. Don't do this. I had the Ninja Turtle with the flappy arms that you could fold into the shell, and which are worth a fortune now. And I had all of them. I even had the freaking action original Power Ranger 10-inch dolls, like where you could press the button and each one had a different action.
I had the
Which
ones with the swords that were choking hazards before they were choking hazards.
I remember Wonder Ball before they like, but no, like it's so dope to be able, like, I mean, I got to sit down and play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with my kids. Like we were all just sitting here playing couch co-op, running through Ninja Turtles, and it was just one of the coolest moments. I was like, dude, this is like a whole new wave. But yeah, wow, did I
I feel
really
you,
go?
dude.
Yeah,
I know. That's, you know what, dude? I feel like this is the perfect bit of nostalgia to end on because, of course, we're coming up to the end of the episode. But again, if you're watching this the day this comes out, today, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, starting at what? 9 a.m.
9 a.m.
CST, 9 a.m. CST, we have the level 1 Subathon. Come hang out, 12 hours of games, streaming, and fun times. We appreciate all of you. There's prizes, there's different stuff going down. Come hang out. Baron, I always love rocking with you. It is always one of my favorite parts of my day. I appreciate you coming on and talking with us over on bonus level.
Dude, no problems.
I love it. So much. We'll see you at the subathon, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Peace.
Peace.